Viewer requests are on. I showed on stream. And let's move to the main theme. Let's start off with the next in the queue. Oh. Well, that's an interesting one. And boom. Let me quickly refresh this. There we go. And thus we shall begin our adventure into the new mirror dungeon. Okay, let's see. How does this work again? Oh, they changed how this menu looks. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, I love that. All identity. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. I don't know what any of that means, but it's awesome. Okay. Well, let's give it a shot. Enter the Mirror of Immortality. Rupture. Sure. Let's start off with Rupture. Why don't we? Okay. Let's just go with the basics. Like always. Yeah. Okay, we're doing Rupture. So going with the usuals. So far so good. Nothing too different. Oh hey, Infamous Shadow, yes, Starlight is back, although I don't think it's quite back in the way that we are used to. Right, we can only do normal right now. Yep, okay, Outcast it is. Have you done your runs yet? Let's see, I'm just gonna go for... yeah, I'm gonna go for one fight first. Okay, what is any of this? I liked the upgrade tree. Like, I only managed to play with it for maybe like a couple of weeks. That's when I started the game. But I miss the upgrade tree. Although I very much like this new UI. It's very nice. Okay, let me see. It feels wrong. Somehow. Right, I'm kind of forced to bring 7 now, unless I just specifically underpick. I don't know, I feel like having an upgrade tree is just much more fun. Because it gives you something long-term to progress through. Now I understand. Ooh. Well, sickness is bad. I hope you feel much better. And hopefully this stream will, I don't know, give you enough of a, you know, mood boost to where it's easier to deal with it. But I do wish they would add more, like, longer term progression stuff. I really enjoyed what it was. Yeah. Well, more, yeah, roguelike. More, or roguelite, I think is proper way. Like, it's usually roguelites that have the upgrade tree. But yeah, I definitely do enjoy just some longer term progression. Honestly, I would like for them to add those progression kind of like trees and maybe add a new difficulty. Because the whole complaint with the tree was that newer players who just started off the game felt like they were at a disadvantage. I mean, fair enough. Rogue... It's just, like, a simple way to kind of, like, differentiate them. Roguelikes are more hardcore, and when you reset, you are pretty much back from where you started. Roguelites are, you know, you have the whole running, like you start a new run, you start a new expedition, whatever is the word used, and you get some permanent progression, some like upgrades. It's like a much easier version of the rogue, which is why it's called light, because you eventually get enough upgrades to just brush through it. Okay, let's deal with this fight, even if I don't like it. But yeah, I think that it's just a better idea to have uh, more permanent, longer term progression. It's just more fun this way for pretty much everyone involved, I think. Mhm. Like, even when I just started out, I very much enjoyed that tree. Because it was like, oh, which upgrade should I get now? Which one is actually gonna help me? Is like a higher percent chance to get better gifts in the store better? That kind of thing. Ah, of course, it's always that one candle that is being a little bit of a shit. Well, no matter. We just face tank right into the enemy. Yeah, yeah. There's certainly something to be said about learning the MD. Well, they do have those little prompts when you come across a random event that's like, pick this to get the Burn Ego gifts, right? While you do have those, there's also a lot of other options that you can pick that still are beneficial to you, but you might not know about it. And those are, like, somewhat more interesting in my opinion, but it's also knowing how the store works, how, what to get, how much to get, how much money you're gonna make up through the floor. It's all very... Okay, Roddy and Don, what are you doing, darlings? It's all very... intriguing. The most fun time you can have with pretty much any video game, in my opinion, is... Oh, yeah, I actually liked... I liked a lot of those quizzes. I don't think that all of them should be that way, but I do think that there should be quite a few of those. And they should... How do I... Like, maybe create a specific theme pack that is all about, like, the quiz. Just every event guarantees that you are going to be quizzing. Or, hear me out. You buy an... you know how with Starlight, well, currently, right now, not the old Starlight, you can buy the you know, the upgrades, like, oh, the store has more stuff, you get a free reroll, that kind of thing. Give us a, like, a pricey enough buff that turns every event tile into the quiz tile. So essentially, it's, you know, high risk, high reward. If you know the quiz, if you know the trivia, if you know the game, you're going to be, like, much better off that way. Maybe even, like, hide a specific, like, super ego gift behind it if you guess, like, if you complete all of the quizzes. Like, that would be cool. And it would be just like essentially an alternative mirror dungeon run. You know how in some roguelikes you have those modes where you play the game a little bit differently. You know, maybe because it's the character you picked and it's something new and it's a completely different playstyle. Maybe it can be something like that. But then again, we also don't yet know what's going to happen with the railroad. Yeah, challenge runs, essentially. But yeah, there's also the whole railroad. They're planning on making that a permanent fixture. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Maybe reset it every once in a while, like maybe every month with lowered rewards. Something. It's going to be an interesting thing to see how they're gonna actually do that. But having more content to play through in the game is actually a very good idea. That's one thing that Limbus very much struggles with, because outside of mirror dungeons that you can just farm all the day, there is not much to do outside of doing cantos and intervalos. Pretty much every single time you are doing anything in Limbus, it's either doing story content or mirror dungeons. And while mirror dungeons are pretty cool, and you can do like a lot of fun runs, I think it would be kind of cooler if you just, you know, if you had more game modes to do. Like, Railroad is cool, but if you completed it once, it's done. Yeah, they do get boring. That's kind of the thing. I would like for them to add like a lot more game modes, but don't make them mandatory. You know, essentially make everything give you like the boxes and battle pass XP. Like make the price exactly the same as with a mirror dungeon. But the whole selling point is that you can do something else other than mirror dungeons. That would be the best case outcome, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly, MD alternatives. Like, give them the same, like, the first weekly bonus that you do, but allow people to just farm whichever they want instead of being forced into just, you know, the mirror dungeon. Definitely a much better outcome that way. Ah. Oh, also, let me check the recipes. Have they added any new recipes? No. No, they haven't. Oh, and now you can also do the whole wish-making thing to guarantee the 99%. Yeah, nah, I'm not so desperate to guarantee from 90 to 99. Yep. Certainly would like more of that. Give me more game modes. Maybe make it something like a solo run. You know, like where you pick one sinner ID and you have to like make it through a bunch of fights or something. That would be pretty cool. Make it like 12 fights, and you have to essentially clear each individual fight with a single sinner, making... Yeah, it's probably the most useful for that, but let's be honest, you don't really need that. I've been clearing the previous mirror dungeon, the Dreaming, the entire time without ever needing the wish-making thing. Yeah, sure, there were times when it was a bit frustrating, but let's be honest, it didn't really matter that much. The biggest problem is that I cannot accrue Starlight uh, by just playing if I keep buying the same upgrades I usually bought. Know what I mean? That could also work a boss rush, but that would be more like a railroad with just a preset team, which honestly might be a thing that they're trying to do. Might start trying to do. Well, technically I do get some Starlight for pulling a new character on a banner, but that's kind of neither here or there. Why would I go out of my way to just pull a character so I can have like 100 points extra to spend on making pulls in the mirror dungeon? Not particularly the most exciting prospect now, is it? So, I still don't know. We'll see how this whole system plays out once the hard mirror dungeon comes out. But so far, this is all that we really have. I also don't even know if we can get the new ego gifts right now. No, fair enough. Your usual does leave 10. Mine is like perfect 0 in. So I stay neutral. I guess I'll have those 600 no matter what. Unless I start like... Maybe I'll get something at the end. I don't know how this whole system works yet. So I guess I'll see. Come on. Give me something better. Like, I get it. Revolver. Can I get something other than a revolver? Can I get it? Well... Well, I guess. Sure. Let's go here. I mean, we'll see. I'm probably gonna do the whole, like, 3 runs to get the feel for it. To get the whole, weekly bonuses. That's, like, the biggest problem with not having hard difficulty from the get-go. Is that now I actually have to play it 3 times in a row to get all of the lunacy from it. Not that I need lunacy. I guess we'll see. But genuinely, I do miss the old Starlight system with that whole tree. And honestly, that whole Starlight skill tree, in my opinion, it fit with the story. Because, that whole, look to the stars. Like, Faust told Dante, like, look to the stars. Kind of made sense, logically. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining about lunacy. I'm just saying that, I wish the Walpurgis would release already instead. Although, do you think they will drop Walpurgis at the same time as the Hard Mirror Dungeon? They might. Okay, who's getting the surgery? Who do I not care about? Okay. Screw you, Sinclair. Get the surgery. Yep. Also, I think I need to revise my setup. Yeah, I do need to revise my setup. You. You. There we go. But if they drop Valpurgis at the same time as the new, like the hard mirror dungeon, that would actually be awesome. I generally am just tired of waiting. I've been saving my lunacy for so long. I kind of just want to pull something. You know, I want to splooge a little bit. Like, I'm willing to sacrifice 100 pulls on Valpurgis just to get what I want. Yep. Oh, drawback, if that's what you want to call it. Can I... I don't think... Depends on what you wanted to say. Drawback in its vacuum, it is like a negative. Like, what was the drawback of that decision? What was the negative about that decision? But that's not a word you would want to use from that. Or what are you... Which... Give me the context of what you want to... to mean. Interest? Do you mean interest? Or... I mean, English isn't my first either. So, that's why I'm kind of like trying to figure out what you're actually trying to tell me. Withdrawal is probably a better one. If you're going off of the idea of, like, you know, the whole drug thing, it's like addiction, then withdrawal is a better one. Yes, that is the word you would want to use. Okay, let's attack fluorescence a bunch. Then yeah, withdrawal works. You get the cravings, the withdrawal, the shakes. Very, very bad. And it is indeed what I feel. Like, I have all of this stuff. I have all of the tickets. I have all of the lunacy, but I cannot use it on anything because, frankly, a lot of IDs that dropped this Kanto are not that appealing to me. Not to the point where I would want to actually pull, if that makes sense. Okay, do the usual. Ah, still hopeless? What? Okay, maybe not that. Okay, Ryushu, what can you do? This? Can you? Struggling, yikes. What about this? Struggling. Ah! Ryushu, what are you doing to me? Why are you going into the negative, dude? What? No. Maybe? Dimensional bullshit? Okay, there you go. And I'd rather not just full send everything into that. I'm going to send everything into fluorescence so that we don't have to deal with it later. I hate this boss fight, just from the sheer amount of micromanaging that I have to do. Now, wow, are you staggered, little piece of crap? It is annoying, and that's the worst part, is that it's just annoying, unless you get to the, like, super high levels of the dungeon. Oh, the whale has sinking deluge? Okay, Ryoshu, do your thing. Good girl. Okay, where the hell is the sinking deluge? Oh, this blind obsession, sinking deluge at the end. Okay. Never really knew about that. But it's good to know, if I ever have to deal with it again. I genuinely don't like the enemies that utilize sinking. Give me anything. Give me burn, give me bleed, give me rupture, give me anything. Just not sinking. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. Special contract, sure, why not? I probably wouldn't want to find out by being sunk. There we go. Got a bunch of goodies. Now what though? Are there any tier 1s that I still need? No. Are there any tier 2s I need? No. Then I suppose we need to start going for a tier 3. And there's the battery. And with battery I need rope cuffs and this. No, not this. No. This. Yeah. Okay, so endorphin. I need to go to tier 4s now. But actually I might just buy this and not care too much. Rupture, if I do these two. Hey, thrill. First try, let's go. Sinking, yeah, I do like sinking. And you shouldn't have any issues with sinking, considering you can buy... Well, you can shard for pretty much the entire... heights... Wuthering Heights. You can get the entire Wuthering Heights world. They are pretty much the best sinking team. Although, I would suggest that you get the Ishmael. Ishmael, Molar Office Ishmael. She's really good. She applies a lot of sinking count. She's probably pretty much a necessity for any successful sinking team. Oh, hold on. Why aren't you doing this? And you doing this? Favorite, dominate, dum. Yep, wait. There we go. Everyone is dominating now. Now, Wild Hunt and Butler Autis. As much as it hurts me to say, but Butler Autis isn't as good. Like, honestly, Butler Faust is better than Butler Autis. And that hurts me to say because, like, I'm #1 Autis fan. But that ID is just awful. Comparatively. Like, if you had to pick out of the two, Butler Faust is just so much better than Autis. And that's the sad part. Maybe once we get like a better uptie, she will become much better, but as of right now... Dead Sea Marisol... he's not that good, honestly. If you want, like... Okay, give me a sec. I'll show you real quick. To window... So, Sinners... Come on, Sinners menu. Where is it? Syncing, right? So... This is my, like, syncing setup, for the most part. The Dead Sea IDs that I do use is Rodia and Honglu. Because they're actually, like... They're probably the best Dead Sea IDs out of all of them. Rodia is just really good because she hits a lot and she actually prompts a lot of syncing on its own. And if you uptie her, she, you know, applies even more syncing count. So if you are going for a 6-man team, my recommendation would be Efflorest, Mauler, Dead Sea, other Dead Sea, Wuthering Butler, and then your pick between Wild Hunt, Butler, and the Edgar. Those that's what I would suggest you go. The big thing with the reason why Faust is so much better than Autis is because on her skill 2, she applies Syncing Count. On skill 4, Syncing Count and Syncing Count again. The problem with Autis is that no Syncing Count. If you win a clash, you apply Syncing Count. And again, on a clash win, you apply Syncing Count. It's way too situational. That is the biggest issue, because not always are you going to go for, you know, a clash. That's just the biggest issue with it. Faust just applies it on hit, not on clash win. And even then, you have 4 coins. On a clash win, you apply 3 Syncing Count. Wow. Like, even at the best circumstances, her S3 is is count negative. That's the saddest part, because her whole thing is that she's trying to go ride off of the coattails of the Echoes of the Mana. That it's, you know, 50% chance to apply a Syncing Count. Yeah, exactly. That is what it's trying to go off of, but it's not that good. I'd rather just have a much better, like, guarantee of, like, yep, Syncing Count, Syncing Count, Syncing Count. Rather than, oh, you have a 50% chance to get one more Syncing Count whenever you do. You get what I mean, right? So, if you are going to go for the syncing, don't prioritize Butler Autis. She can be good, but yeah. But yeah, Efflorest Bush Yisang is probably the key identity you should go for. But at the same time, if you... There are people who are not really into that. who feel like it's too cheap to just go like, yeah, I'm going to just nuke a boss with one skill, who don't want to use Sinking Deluge, then get the Solemn Lament from Walpurgis. It's also pretty good, but my issue with it is that honestly, it's a matter of what you prefer. Spice Bush is good because it's just a guaranteed, like, huge nuke of damage. And if you can keep your count well, then it doesn't really matter. Like, you can do it still during the story mode as well. The bullet, Solemn Lament, is good, but it's very... I don't know how to really explain it. It lacks the sauce, in my opinion. But that's my personal opinion. Like, it's dripped out, it's great, looks awesome. But the big selling point of Sinking is Spice Bush, the whole big nuke. Also that. Sanity Drain is also a very big drawback. So, I suggest you stick to Spice Bush for the most part. Plus, Spice Bush has AoE. So, and that can be very helpful even in just story content. I mean, Spice Bush is just really good. It's probably one of the most unique identities in the entire game because it completely transforms how an entire, like, team works, you know? The only other identity that comes even close in that regard is, I'd say, Magic Bullet for Autis? That's about the only other one. Or maybe the, you know, Fell Bullet for Yisang now. But that's about it. Spice Bush is the only identity that is just like, okay, if you build up the keyword, I can make a nuke. He's the only ID in the entire game that can do that. Layered bandages. Alright, they applied the whole keywords to some ego gifts, which is a very, very welcome addition. Rupture. Thunder Branch. I'll be taking that. Fuse gifts. Rupture. Let's try and get... maybe that won't work. I mean, I can still get this. Enhance gifts. Thrill. Maximize the thrill. Oh, right. Time Moratorium. I forgot about that. So yeah, Dark Flame and Time Moratorium. That's on me. I kind of just forgot Tremor. But honestly, Tremor is probably the most unique game style, just thanks to amplitude conversion. Because the whole idea that you have Tremor reverb, I think, from Honglu, which essentially every time you tremor burst, you deal the damage equal to the tremor count, and then you have the everlasting tremor from the everlasting Faust, which allows you to just essentially, continuously trigger tremor. It's one of the biggest nukes in the game. It's insane. The only two that you really need to think about is the one that Honglu can do and the one that Faust can do. That's it. That is all, literally. The rest are useless. So, yeah. I'm still in the process of building my Tremor team. But those up. I mean, it's good to always have some kind of team ready to go. Any other tier 3s? Which other tier 3 is there for the Rupture? There's the battery, there's the the branch. What is the other tier 3? I don't remember. How am I this dumb? Oh well. Let's go into the Christmas time. You kind of just built so many teams, at least to a workable enough degree, to the point where I don't really need to bother with building more teams, but at this point it's just having some fun. Charge, bleed, poise, sinking, and burn. Not bad, not bad. For me, right now, my most workable teams is pretty much the same, except I also, instead of charge, I have rupture. And that's about it. I still don't have my charge or my tremor build. I'm very close to just being done with both. But again, not quite there yet. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I strive to do even with the previous system, to get like the max bonuses. So I would just build 5 teams so I could rotate between them. But I am wondering if I'm actually going to get the stuff from the from clearing this MD. Like, am I going to get something above the 600 that I have passively? Also, I'm glad that I kind of waited, because apparently there was some soft locking issue with Mirror Dungeon. But I think it only happened if you did the super long floor above 6. Which I did, but I don't remember if I did it as my last run, and well, regardless, they issued the free lunacy, and free lunacy is always good. I'm really hoping that the Volpurgis ID, the Queen of Hearts for Dawn, is Rupture. Oh please, let Dawn be Rupture. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I mean. I don't remember if it was or wasn't for me, so I just, didn't want to risk it. But they fixed it very fast in the first day, pretty much. Nothing. Come on, give me the Rupture. Ah, a Fragment of Desire. Yeah, you know what? Fine, sure. Not gonna complain about another one. The Rupture is the only flat HP damage keyword that wasn't on the LOR. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's kind of hard to judge too early, but that's what I'm hoping for at the very least. Death Seeker, that's right, that's what I was. Okay, now I can just sell a bunch of useless stuff. Yep. 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 I imagine that the Night of Despair would probably be sinking though. Like, it just makes sense. You know? And I'm still betting that Night of Despair is going to be Faust. That's my, like, the biggest bet. Yep. It just fits thematically. A girl that is always crying probably would be, into the whole sinking gloom. Also, I'm only now realizing that Night of Despair is quite literally an emo goth GF. Holy shit. Only now am I realizing that. King of Greed, I suppose, kinda, Gyaro. If anything, I'd say Queen of Hatred would look more like a Gyaro to me, at least from the picture that they shown us of Dawn. She looked like a Gyaro-ish, minus maybe the tan. But I can see King of Greed being a Gyaro too. Honestly, both Dawn and Rodia could be a Gyaro. And I'm thinking if we do get a King of Greed, it's gonna be a Rodia. Like, come on. And the thing is, as cool as Gyarus are, I think I like goth girls way more than Gyaru. Although Gyaru is pretty cool. But you know, I have the whole hierarchy of what kind of girl is better. Like, which one is more attractive to me personally. And, like, the top is probably tomboys, right? Then next is goth girls. Then probably would be like yandere girls. Then what's the like the mean dere? I don't know what those are called. And Gyaru is probably somewhere after that. It's kind of hard to think about that kind of stuff off the top of my head. There are way too many kinds of girls, and as a simple man, I love all girls. And it's very difficult for me to be just like, oh yeah, this one is better, this one isn't. Indeed, way too many deres. Or maybe not enough. Have you considered that? I would always like more girls, more kinds of girls. Although, you know, realistically I would only need just one in my life. Just a matter of time before I find her. For me, honestly, it's the exact opposite. Yandere, I love yandere. I don't know how to really explain this, but the idea of a girl just being really into me and being loyal to that level is just inherently attractive to me. It's like she will sooner do fucked up shit. She's sooner going to kill people than leave me, you know, or cheat on me or something. So honestly, that's just how I see it. Again, everyone has their own, you know, things. How did that meme go? One man's she belongs in the psych ward is another man's she's all I've ever wanted, or something like that. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I have a thing for crazy girls, you know. And plus, there's like multiple levels to the whole yandere thing. There is just like an extremely jealous and obsessive girl, and then there's I'm going to kill people. But yeah, to each their own. One kind I don't really like is tsundere. Honestly, it's just getting annoying sometimes. It's like, there is the tasteful tsundere, which is all like, you know, it's not like I like you or anything, but it's just like genuinely like, yep, I like you, but I'm not going to show it super overtly. But a lot of times they just overdo it. Sometimes they just push a tsundere, and it's like she's the most annoying one. She sabotages everything, never wants to show any emotion, any feeling, and it's like you're just annoying. I don't like you. Why are you here? Oh, so you do get some starlight. I got 30. Wait. Yeah, you get 30 per run. Yoink. Well, time for yet another run. I ain't stopping with Limbus until I get all of my weekly bonuses. Okay, let's see. Which team do I want to take next? Honestly, I kind of feel like going Poise right now. Dum, 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 dum. So yeah, you do make 30 per run. That's good. Fuck. I I click rupture. Forfeit, yes, I don't want to do this. Get me out. Don't care. Give up. Let me out. Yep. That's just my reality. It's like, oh, muscle memory, that's good. Except for when it's not. Poise this time, please, poise. Okay. I don't know. For me, it's almost always picking Sinking or Rupture because those are, or Bleed. Those are my primary teams. So it's like, if I run not those, I'm kind of screwed. Can I get something that's not tier 1 for Poise? Please? Nebulizer. But it's on a boss. Fine. Okay. Quayhon Mark. And it's the boss. I still hate that it remembers this rotation instead of something useful. Okay. Heathcliff, you, boom, boom, boom. You know what, I guess you can go, then you. Okay, cool. And the rest can just sit on the bench, never to be seen again. I really hope that it is Faust that gets the Knight of Despair, and one thing I'm really hoping, really hoping, is that Faust gets a different kind of hairstyle with Knight of Despair ID. I want Faust with long hair. I just do. Like, I want to see what she would look like with long hair. Like, in the same way that we've got Dawn with long hair on, like, Manager Dawn, I need me a Faust with long hair. Like, Faust has the constant hairstyle every single time. And I just want something new. I mean, at this point, who is left? Isn't it just Faust? I might be wrong, but I think it's just Faust that that doesn't have long hair. Maybe Marisol? Not sure though. Maybe Sinclair. Well, I'm not looking at a bunch of dudes. Yeah, Sinclair, Marisol, and Faust. That's it. Those are the only ones that I kind of remember in that regard. Yisang. Yisang doesn't have long hair? Wait, hold on. Ryoshu. Ah, for Ryoshu I'm thinking... for Ryoshu I'm thinking about her ego. That's where I fucked up. Because if we go to the window... Come on. This is what I thought when I'm thinking Ryoshu long hair. And come on, this is awesome. And technically also not this one. She also has long hair in this one. But technically this is long hair as well, no? She has a ponytail in this? Is it not a ponytail? Yeah, it is ponytail. Like, it straight up is a long hair. Okay, let's see. Yisang... Well, technically in this, Yisang has a small ponytail as well, if that counts. Wouldn't say it's like a lot, but technically longer than his normal stuff. Marisol. Yeah, Marisol just has the same hairstyle everywhere. Sinclair. Sinclair. I mean, I don't have a lot of Sinclair. Actually, let me preview them. Oh, by the way, we can now preview identities we don't have. How cool is this? This is awesome. I love this new system. It's great. I mean, it makes sense that we get the upcoming packs. We'll see them when they get them. Welcome on in. Actually no. Autis has long hair as well. She has a ponytail in this one. So yeah, Autis does. I mean, it makes sense probably. We didn't get a lot of Kanto 1, Kanto 7 stuff. Oh, so Railroad 5 is coming to the Mirror Dungeon. So we're getting the Rose boss. Makes sense. Oh, Sancho boss. I suppose it kind of would be very difficult to put Don Quixote in Mirror Dungeon. But yeah, Autis has long hair ID. Ah, welcome on in, Rome, as well. 2x gifts. I've yet to come across any, but I've only done one run so far. I don't think anything is going to be all that bad in Mirror Dungeons. You're all just blowing it out of proportion. What's so bad about a few enemies? Nothing really challenges us anyway these days. Ooh, come on, I came here to get Nebulizer. Why do I pull it? Okay, fine. At least let's enhance it so that it does some bullshit stuff. I'm assuming the wealth one gives you damage based on how much money you have. Ego gift prices and upgrade cost to 1 and gives 1 offense up for every 500 cost on you. That is pretty fucking strong. Yeah, majority of the enemies from the 8th Kanto were pretty easy to deal with. The only ones who posed any kind of difficulty was Kachu and, well, the final fight as well. Well, not final. Final fight wasn't even that bad. It was the tiger bastard, Lahang. I can imagine that it's hard to get. I'll see what it's like. 1% chance from a slot machine. Either 999 cost. I'm assuming that's you just buy it somewhere. Well, considering we also have Starlight these days, we will be able to use Starlight to increase our chances. Oh, is it Lahang? I don't think I'm going to be too afraid of it. Kachu Tian Tian. Oh. A certain philosophy. I think I saw the name of that one. Just don't know what the hell it does. Oh. Unless you can get that like super early, it's dog shit. What the hell is that? Just boost the chances to 100, bruh. If you get that like by the end of the mirror dungeon, why even bother with it? And you get it with a rare chance when fusing for any tier ego gift with a 99% chance. Only in super shops or using Starlight's wishmaking. Ah, I was about to say how the hell do we get that? Starlights. I mean, it makes sense. If you go to the railroad, you're just asking your ass to get pounded. So you might as well get something out of it. I'm probably going to just like get so much starlight. Also, is there a cap on starlight? Just like asking for a friend. It makes sense that the rest hasn't been shown. But they did give us hints about the whole... for these... I mean, let's be honest, if the limit is 9,999, it's essentially no limit. Especially not when you probably can't even waste that much each, you know, each run. Then you are pretty much guaranteed to get, what, 30 each run? And that's if you waste everything. Okay, game, come on. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh yeah, nice. Tier 3. I'll be taking that. If the limit is 9,999, it's pretty decent. Plus we will be able to get some from pulling characters, if, you know, people get lucky. And yeah, you can see Ryoshu actually has like the big ponytail. Floor 10 catch. Yeah, at that point, the only way you can really win is if you just have like fully busted team comp and you're like, yep. Turn 1, Sinking Deluge, 9,999 damage. Floor 10 Sancho. Listen, I don't mind Sancho. I wouldn't mind Sancho. I like strong women. And plus, I honestly want them to give us like past floor 10. Honestly, it just felt too short getting to floor 10. I want, if I go into a mirror dungeon, like to the infinite one, parallel superimposition, whatever it's called, I want it to be absolutely ball-twisting difficult and super long. Like, you know, I'm streaming and all that. I want it to be so long I can stream it for 6 hours and barely clear it. Of course, that would be fucking annoying, but they better, like, do something with it. Also, do you was there any info about the achievements? Because I very much enjoy the whole achievement thing. Are we gonna get that for the mirror dungeon? Okay, so way down the line. I was hoping that they would drop them with, you know, with the hard mirror dungeon. Well, the first time, they released it as soon as they kind of like came up with the idea for it. Now that they have the whole idea down, they could just do it from the get-go. It's not like they need any extra setup for it. All they really need to do is just, well, you know, slap down some achievements, give you some rewards, and boom, go off, have fun. Like, the way I think it's going to happen is this week is going to be over, then the next week is going to be over, and that's when they will drop Walpurgis and the hard mirror dungeon. They're going to sync them up. Well, that's kind of like what I'm hoping for. And it would make sense if they did. Fuck. What are the recipes again? Right. And the stuff that I don't have right now. Feels good. A release is just normal MD and a few ego gifts. Yeah. I mean, it's been the same for most mirror dungeons, from what I remember. First week is hard MD and Infinity with some floor packs. Second week is achievements. Okay. Well, at least I won't have to deal with this BS for too long. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy farming the mirror dungeon, doing the normal runs. But man, I want the satisfaction of getting that triple bonus hard clear where the battle pass XP just goes like tring, 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 you know? Constantly. It's just way too satisfying to pass up. Well, I guess, yeah, the burnout is a big thing with it. But, for me at least, I have a bit of an upside, because when I am actually, like, going hard and farming, I'm doing it with you guys on the stream, so I can preserve at least a shred of my sanity. Because holy shit, farming that stuff solo, oh my god, does it eat away at your sanity. But you know, having someone out there to talk to is certainly better for your mental. Let's put it this way, playing Mirror Dungeon on your own, in a quiet room, even if you have a video playing in the background, is essentially applying syncing to yourself every turn. And you're just waiting for that syncing deluge to completely crash you out, to the point where you don't even want to play the game anymore. Well, I have both of these, but I guess I'll take the endorphin kit. That's why I came here to begin with. Okay, hey, the clover. I'll be taking that. Oh, a fat fuck. Well, let's fight. I don't think you want to fight me, but I'm not going to say no. You might drop some goodies. I just wish there was... Is the wish making? I'm assuming that's the only purpose. Yeah. You see, when they announced the Starlight was coming back, I got hopeful for the skill tree that we used to have in like a season ago. Honestly, I miss the whole skill tree. It was so much better. But yeah, now it's just, do you want to save a few extra points so that you can not get screwed over by RNG? But imagine an even funny alternative. Also, why are you again here? Huh? Okay. You just couldn't get enough, huh? You enjoyed me handing your ass to you so much, you just wanted a second fight. Okay, if you wish, sure. Yeah. Uh, you imagine you do the whole wish-making thing, get to 99%, and you still roll that 1%. Imagine how you're gonna feel that. Ooh, no, 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 no. If that happens, that's just straight up universe telling you to go fuck yourself. And if you're fucking yourself, you might as well do it outside of the game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do think it's used to promote, actually pulling characters. But I don't know. Screw fate. I don't listen to fate. I will overthrow that 1%. I will defy the universe. I will defy the fate. You know what? Sure, give me both of these pierces. Why? I don't know, but it would be cool to have them. Right? Can I potentially get the... Ah. Dang it. Oh, maybe? Come on. Yeah, clear mirror. Easy. Screw you, fate. I bend you over. Well, now it's smooth sailing until the end of the dungeon. No biggie. If you get a certain philosophy that way, ooh, that would just be awful. I would hate that. I would hate that with a passion. You know, you definitely will get a certain philosophy, and that philosophy is going to be nihilism. Because holy shit, if you feel like anything in the universe matters after getting that 1%, you know, it ain't happening. Come on, dude. You wanted the fight, didn't you? You stood there waiting for a fight. Why don't you put up any? Oh yeah, Heathcliff with a steel chair. Nice. Very fast, very clean, and beautiful clear. I do want them to add more AoE characters for just, the trash mob clear. Because man, doing Luxcavations is getting more and more painful by the day. But if the achievements are coming soon, that's actually really nice. And finally, I'm assuming that the achievements are also going to have the whole loadout thing, but I won't have any problems with it finally, because I have access to every ID at this point. I have everything from the last season. Wow. That's good for your friend. But I'll be honest, that's kind of on your friend for even using the Yisang. The only times I bring that ego, well, and now ID I suppose, into the fight is when I actively need to kill my team. There was that one achievement to clear a mirror dungeon fight with only one surviving member. And that was that. I just used Yisang to shoot down half of my team. Exactly. Sacrificing a couple of characters is fine, I suppose. But genuinely, it is such an ass feeling when you just do that. You know what, I'm just gonna go for the question marks. Sometimes, yes, it is nice, but I feel like no matter the situation in story fights, I'd rather just have a surviving member of my team rather than just a little bit more damage. Unless I'm struggling to get the EX clear. But if I'm struggling to get the EX clear, I'm already playing the game the wrong way. So, you know. I'm personally not a fan of that whole concept of we are forced, or like the whole philosophy is shifting to killing off your own sinners, right? Because think about it, you have the egos from the battle pass, you know, self-destruct ones. You have Yisang with his... I mean, Yisang, my boy, is just either... like, he either kills his teammates or himself. Like, you have... he's literally the dumbass on both ends. Oh, you wanna play Rupture, Yisang? Well, good luck. His best Rupture ID is based around him killing himself. And it's like, oh, but what about his ego? Oh, well, yeah, his best ego is the one where he kills his teammates. Man, put down the gun. Go for a walk. Look at the sunset. You really don't have to go that far. I can book you a therapist, man. You really don't need to. But I'll admit, it's kind of hilarious. I also really don't like the Moth Faust with her, I'm gonna blow myself up, woo! Just gets kind of grating after a while. Poise. Huge gift sack. That's what's in my pants. Poise. I mean, I have pretty much everything, so... Right. What else did I need? Huh? No. This. Boom! Well, now let's just enhance a few things, why don't we? Gain more potency. I think it's not even the damage part, or just dying. My issue is that it can happen automatically, and that is what I don't like. You know, like, usually if you have to do something that would be negative to yourself, right? Or has any sort of drawback, you have to manually activate it. think about it, for Heathcliff, right? When you're on a horse, it eats away your SP every turn. To get on a horse, you have to manually do the counter. Faust? She can just be like, oh, your red skill, time to blow myself up, woohoo! And at that point, I'm just wondering what the hell is wrong with her. Like, she's cute as fuck, but dumb as a brick. But a lot of artwork that came out of her is pretty damn good, if you know what I mean. Heathcliff is already out of ammo. Boy, what are you doing? Well, that was an easy one. Shooting. Not shooting is what? Why are you running out of ammo so fast? And mind you, I am still not pulling for Sinclair just because, oh, he can give ammo. Fuck that. Not worth it. In the slightest. You know what, I'll go for slices, dices. I wonder if I'm gonna come across the barber. I like the barber. Oh yeah, the loadout UI is so good, and the fact that you can preview the IDs that you don't have, oh my god, that's so good, because one of the most annoying, like it's small, but it's annoying things that were in the game, is that an identity from the last season that you couldn't buy from the dispenser, because it was from the last season, and the one that you didn't have, you had no way to preview it. Yeah, there is the preview now. After this fight I can show you. Okay, victory. Nice. So, random, whatever. So, if we go into the whole menu, sinners, come on, all identities, and in the top right you click all, and boom, you have all of the identities that you don't have. And you can't fully preview them, I don't think, but you can at least see which ones you have and which ones you don't. And you can look at specific characters. It would be nice if I could actually click on them and everything. But it's better than it was before, because I couldn't even see which characters I had and which ones I didn't. Although I wish that you could actually look at them. Sinclair. Why would I need to look at Sinclair? Sinclair is useless. I don't need him. I know. The hate is indeed real. Listen, the only 3-star ID that I have of him is because I needed to do the achievement for the mirror dungeon. I had to shot him so I can do the achievement. None of the Sinclairs, I don't need them. He's going to be sitting on the bench for the rest of his life. Zwei passive. Haste and 3 defense level up to one ally with the lowest HP. I guess it's alright. But honestly, if I'm going to use a passive, I'm going to be using the Mariachi one. The others why. Take less damage. This is Limbus company. Doing more damage is better. Come on. One ally with the most SP deals 10% more damage to enemies with lower SP. 10% is quite a bit. And that whole idea of like, oh, your ally with the lowest HP takes less damage. Well, guess what? If they're on low HP, I don't want them to be taking damage to begin with. So, you know. No, this. Accept the surgery. Also, fuck you, Sinclair. Go and bleed a bunch. I don't care about you. There you go. Be in pain. And I don't care that you need these painkillers. I'm selling them the moment I come into the store. Just so that you don't have them. Yeah, we do. And I'd rather just build into having good healing instead. We have quite a few good healing egos. So, you know. And also, if you have a bunch of unbreakable coins, let's be honest, 10% less damage isn't going to do shit. I can guarantee you one thing is that if the tiger fucker just decided to do his 7 coin unbreakable bullshit on your ass, 10% or not 10% isn't going to do shit. You know, it's like arguing lube versus no lube when the enemy is using a fucking log from a tree. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is killing the enemy before the enemy kills you. Ooh, 1100. I love this skill. I love it so much. Every single time it's just this big fuck off bullet. Oh. Do I have anything else I can... Well, torn hams, sure. More damage to my sniper. I'll be taking that. You know what? Let's take the late bloomer's tattoo as well. Why don't we? Well, good enough. And with that, I think the second clear of the Mirror Dungeon is coming to an end. Oh, it's you again, Mr. Necromorph. How was Dead Space? Been a while. They still doing the whole plasma cutters against you, huh? Yeah, well, you know, you get what you deserve. Trying to kill people is not a good idea. And what's so painful about it? The fact that it's on normal and you don't get to do the whole all clears in one? Or what? Yeah. It is a bit of a pain. And honestly, the whole release hard or easy from the get-go doesn't really matter. Like, it would be just better if they released the entire thing off rip. Hey, 30 more Starlight and very unsatisfying XP. Man, that just sucks. I want my 30 levels to go by. I want all of it. I want just like... Brum, brum, brum. Same. It would be just way better that way. So, Ego Gift Compendium. The only two new ones that we can get are this one. Unlock conditions, test your luck. And this one, confront a certain philosophy. Well, cool. But there's a bunch of other cool ones on the horizon, by the looks of it. Well, let's get on with the next clear, and I think this time around is going to bleed. All ego. Oh, look at all of these cool marbles. Feels so good. I'm doing bleed. Remember the bleed. Yeah. New charge gift. Well, depends on how easy or how hard it is to get. It might be from the railroad, it might be from one of the new theme things. So, I wouldn't be too happy just yet. But who am I kidding? If you want to be happy, go and be happy. Hey, there it is. The scriptures. I always go for the scriptures. Way too good not to. Forward. Ah. Fair enough. I kind of don't remember much about Canto 8 somehow. I can't even describe how or why. Also, screw you, Heathcliff. I need more ladies on the team. You will be the backup. Outside of boss fights and Canto 8, I don't remember much in terms of fights. There were just so much filler fights with the whole... not training arc, but like tournament arc bullshit. Know what I mean? I mean, my goal in this game is to have a fully functional team of only women for every keyword. That's what I want. I'm a simple guy. I don't want sausage in my party. Simple as that. And just build up as much bleed on that. Yeah, no sinking Ryoshu, which is why my sinking team is not yet ready. Another surprising thing is that there is no burn Heathcliff. That's one thing that is actually very interesting to me. You'd think Heathcliff would have burn, right? Because Heathcliff, well, burn is related to wrath sin, right? With the red one. And wrath is like being angry. And you'd think that Heathcliff would be the angriest one, no? At least that makes sense to me. But I guess maybe he's not as angry as everyone would be led to believe. Honestly, out of all of the male sceners, Heathcliff is probably my favorite. Just after his Kanto, like, I relate to that motherfucker. Aesthetically pleasing. Fair enough. But, you know, outside of just same keyword teams, or not keywords, same theme teams, it's kind of hard to get away with, don't you think? You know, if you go full Kurakumo, that would look cool. If you go full vampire team, it would look cool, but the problem with the vampire team, there's only 4 participants. Actually, before all of the streams and all of the announcements and everything, I was saying that we might have another Blood Fiend ID. We might get Cassetti during the Warp Train rerun. And I'm pretty sure that's happening, if I understood what happened on the stream correctly. Which, again, I'm very satisfied with the fact that I was right. Now I'll take as many Blood Fiend IDs as possible. But I'm thinking, who would it go for? The only one that I can really see it happening with is probably Heathcliff, but it's kind of annoying if it is Heathcliff, because Heathcliff already has, what, 2 bleed IDs? Does he really need a 3rd bleed ID? It could be Marisol, but if it's Marisol, that's actually really good, because Marisol has no bleed IDs. Well, technically the middle one is a bleed ID, but, you know, I want something good. Cassetti Honglu. Oh, right. Rhino is bleed. Okay, fair enough. I see the whole Cassetti Honglu. I don't count Encore. That's ass. Also, just so that we are clear on how much I hate Sinclair, I had a choice for the achievement to get like a bunch of Encore IDs, to like finish a run with Encore IDs. I had a choice between sharding Encore Marisol and Encore Sinclair. As you can see, I don't have Encore Sinclair. And that is all you need to know about how much I fucking hate that piece of shit. But Honglu already has a Blood Fiend-ish related ID. You know, the whole Fang Hunt? No, not Fang Hunt. Fang Hunt? Yeah, Fang Hunt.
어떤 조직 놈들인지 면면 좀 받을까?
자, 동료들이여, 자세를 갖추고 저들을 맞이하세. 우리를 가로막는 저
To be fair, we have a lot of IDs for a lot of characters that are bleed based.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
I guess we'll see. It's very far away as of right now, so there is no real need to speculate.
괜찮은 공격이네요.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
정말 나가서 싸워. 뒤는 내가 봐주지. 따뜻한. 엎드리도. 본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
I hate fighting these guys. Like, the fact that you can only do so much damage to them
이제야 실력이
is kind of annoying.
평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까? 여관에 가면 또 한참
Also, hold on,
바리에게 해줄 이야기가 또
how did you do that?
할 말이 남았나요?
You give the passive, right? If there are Dark Cloud. Converts all of this unit's base attack skill coins to unbreakable. Okay, makes sense. Yep. Gregor needs to do his last attack. Nah, he's fine. He'll live.
떨어져 나갔군. 과거 본인의 모험에서도
You know what? I specifically am going to avoid doing that. Screw Gregor. You like bleeding so much, you jackass? Well, you can bleed a little bit more.
네 피분수.
He didn't even get to his attack, to be fair. The enemy died on its own. Well, not on its own, but died to the previous assailants. Yep. Nail and hammer. And where are we going? Here. Now I'll be taking the bloody... not... needle and thread. Well, alerted truthfully. Yes. Yes, Ryushu, alerted truthfully.
죽이 좀 맞았어.
And there it is, contaminated in needle and thread. You're not special. Easy. Moral of the story, if you want something good, you tell everyone that they're not special, and they are gonna give you things. I don't make the rules. Oh, would you look at that? So much lust. You know the gameplay mechanics? Yes, great life advice. I always give the best life advices, but to be fair, it was all Limbus. I just interpreted it in the best way possible. But Encore Faust's passive implies that if you are lustful enough, she will whistle at you. Now?
어쩐 일로 진짜 도움이 되는 곳이 보셨네요.
I take that as a challenge. I need to be horny enough to the point where she will start whistling at me.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요. 정화.
I think soon enough I'm gonna start actually catching up to the point where I can start using shards to actually uptie more identities. And that's actually gonna be really good. Uptying more will definitely save my ass in the long run. Because most of my shots are just going away onto getting all of the IDs, or like all of the egos. But once I start getting pretty much everything for one character, everything else is just going to go straight into the upties. Which is exactly what I want. I want to uptie everything. Although I'm quite scared to uptie 5. Sancho at uptie 4 is the first one I've got. Like, she was the first... She was the first one I got to uptie 4. Along with her ego. Like, her ego is the only uptie 4 ego I have. Listen... You and me know the weakness for the red eyes and hot women with said red eyes will make you do things. Things you didn't know you could before. So yeah, I uptied her against my better judgment, and she saved my ass quite a few times. Feels good. And nicely clean up all of the chicken in the aisle. I'm mostly just uptying to 4 the characters that actually need uptie 4, or the characters I just really like. Alright, bleed? No, bleed. More bleed. Come on, give me more bleed. I have a team of full girls. Why don't I have that many bleed ego gifts? This is just not correct. And I might remember it at some point. Dang it. Fine, fine. Upgraded it once. That's enough. Okay, chicken man. Time to have some fun. But seriously, my guy, you have nothing on a kernel. Your chicken isn't even, like, spicy or anything. Really should work on that. And why do you even have that ladle? Early enough, that happened to me a lot as well. Because this chicken is like one of the easiest enemies in the entire game, like boss-wise. So I would always pick him. Anytime I had him, just, you know, back when I was still afraid, when I just had one team to run, I would just always go for the chicken because the chicken was the easiest. Felt good. poise? I don't need no poise. Well, I guess I'm taking the needle again. Very first. Well, you gotta remember your firsts. I don't want to go for the abnormality, so I'm going to go above and over it.
라만 사람들을 뒤엎는
You know, my first team that I've built for Mirror Dungeon, right? The first team I've used and actually taken through the Mirror Dungeon fully was she. Like, you know, the assassins. You know, the Ishmael, Heathcliff, and Dawn. Those, she. The Slash team. Those were my first proper team that I actually managed to take through the Mirror Dungeon. It was kind of a fun time. And I remember I used she Ishmael quite a bit. For some reasons I'm not going to specify. Some people might have an inkling of an idea. Others might not. But I'm not about to expose myself.
잘라낸다.
Oh yes. Slap more nails onto that. Nice. That was what, floor 2? I'm a dumbass. I'm genuinely a fucking dumbass the more I'm thinking about it. I went for the first floor 3 instead of trying to get the one with the chroma. To get the squadility. Oh my god, how much of a dumbass I am. I was like, oh, I was supposed to do something very specific. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, of course you were. You fucking forgot it. Fun times.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나
Okay, impale him, Don.
꿰뚫려라.
저런 사람을 용납해야 하는 건데. 사무실 직원을 더 늘릴
기다려라.
Okay, so Ryoshu is your favorite sinner, right, Infamous? Which ID is your favorite for Ryoshu? Which is the most aesthetically pleasing? Yeah, looks.
병력을 새로이 구성해야 하나. 정화. 불가피하다면 후스를 세우는 게 좋습니다. 알게. 위험을 갖지. 뭘 본 것인가? 공격으로 강한 일격을. 깨어라. 발그로.
Because honestly, I really do like Ryoshu. And I cannot really decide which one is hotter, so to speak. Oh. Insert the coin in the slot. Cost 50 gained. Yay. Butler. Fair enough. I do like Butler. She's probably the only Ryoshu that I actually enjoy using.
너무 약올리신 것 같은데요.
Thanks to the AoE and Thorcalgia ego. Oof, that's such a satisfying combo. But looks-wise, I don't know. Probably the red eyes and penitence, or like whatever eyes open penitence. I don't remember. The lobotomy core one. I don't know. Just looking at her, she looks like she might bite me. Like that specific ID looks like she might bite me. And I don't need to explain the appeal of such a thing, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, she is really, really good. The one I also really liked, well, maybe not Ryoshu herself, but you know those window pictures that you get, that you can set up for your just, you know, the main screen? The 7th office one. Like the not uptight, like the uptight one. That picture is fucking beautiful. Know what I mean? I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's very aesthetically pleasing. Cool, I'd buy the thing again. Right, I need to combine this and what? I need more color, right. Well, there it is. Yep. Going onwards. I don't know, it's just like this, the picture of it. Her smoking over like a river during the night. It's just such a good looking picture. Although I also really like her training picture from Liu ID. You know, when she's just like in a tank top, all sweaty and worked up, and that is also another very cultured one. Dude, what were you even hoping to achieve here? You're made of wood.
깔끔하게 잘랐습니다. 이제 니콜리나와 솜씨가 비슷해지셨는데요.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoy women who are doing dangerous things and are strong on their own and also work up a sweat. Sweat being a very important part of the entire equation as well. Yeah. Alright, can I search? Let's say if I get rid of this. Unselectable. Ah, I cannot get that one. Yep. Well, too bad, so sad. That's a tier 4, and that's cool and all, but eh. I'll just go for the coin, I suppose. Yeah, well, let's go that way. Yes, give me blood and wires or smoke and wires for the millionth time now. Please do. Give me the third copy of it. That's what I need, a third copy of the exact same ego gift. I mean, I guess it will give me the tier 4 at some point. Right? Right? I suppose I just... For some sinners, I have multiple favorites, and for some sinners, I just don't care either way. Like, if we're talking, for example, well, Sinclair is obvious, I don't really care about Sinclair, so I don't have any favorites for him. But if we're talking Heathcliff, I really like Wild Hunt, and I really like the Full Stop. And they are like polar opposites. One is a stylish hobo, while the other one is a pristine looking motherfucker. You know what I mean? I do need me more, like, my biggest issue with Faust is that a lot of her art is very samey for a lot of, like, older IDs. Like, so far, aesthetically, the Suicidal Moth is probably the best looking one. But that's about it. The rest are very okay. I guess the BL one is good. But in a very, you know, soft and muted way. Like, she's very gentle in it. Oh, you poor drone little shit. You're getting deleted. Yep. And Lenticula. I kinda like Encore aesthetic. It's like the classic, you know, Crusader, Knight, Templar aesthetic. And I don't know. I just enjoy, like, sometimes I enjoy armor. Most of the time I don't. But sometimes the whole old-timey Knight aesthetic goes hard. And for the Encore identities, it kinda does. I don't really dig it for Zwei. Zwei is a bit too... I don't know. Too modernistic Knight aesthetic, if that makes sense. I don't know. There is some aesthetic difference between Zwei and Encore. Yay, bloody gadget. Not like it's gonna help. There is a lot of just really good looking IDs. Also, I never really used Kurokuma Ryoshu And I'm liking how she's just like, I don't know, swaying a little bit. Everyone is very still, but she's very animated. I don't know, that's very cool. Although still, in terms of these sprites, nothing, and I mean nothing beats this year's April Fools. This year's April Fools was by far the best and the most awesome thing. I never knew that I needed Dawn Faust as much as I did. I never knew how much I needed that for my soul. But I did. I know. I know. It was so good. Honestly, Dawn in Faust's body was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. It's so beautiful. Seeing Faust being like all excited and shit, oh my god. I can't even... I'm not even sugarcoating it. It melted my heart. It was fucking cute. It was adorable. I don't know, something about an emotionless girl that you're used to seeing very, like, reserved and emotionless, acting so, you know, excited. I don't know, it just triggers something in my brain. Neuron activation, straight up. You know the worst part? When I was playing through that, I was I was taking screenshots, right, to remember stuff, and then at some point my Steam just got like corrupted, and I had to reinstall Steam, and I lost all of the screenshots that I took, and that hurted my fucking soul right then and there. Like, I know I can look it all up on the internet, but my screenshots, the ones I took, are no longer there. I know, it was awful. It still hurts. I specifically took so many screenshots of Faust being, like Dawn being Faust, because I was just, oh my god, this is so fucking cute. But, alas. The world deemed it so that I must lose my treasure. I'm still holding on to that gift in the inventory. Like, oh, you could use it to get some lunacy. Fuck no, I'm keeping it forever until the game shuts down. I have standards. I wonder, do they have statistics for that kind of thing? It would be interesting to see. I would very much enjoy seeing whether or not, you know, they have like 95% of people kept it. Exactly. Never claiming. It is always there. Untouched. That is the most important part of that whole event. Also, one of the most other hilarious things that happened is the sprite animation for Marisol, because it was Radia in his body, and he was so sussy in his pose. Oh god, that was hilarious. You know what? No, I'm not fighting. I'm gonna pet the fox and fuck off.
지킬 사람이 없어서.
Ah, yeah, it is peak song. One of the like it's my favorite song from Risk of Rain. Love it. I listened to that stuff on repeat so many times. I was kind of just thinking, what could I put as like background passive playlist into my stream? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw that into the playlist. And by the way, there is the whole song request thing. I'm not sure if you knew about that. If you want to request a song, you can do it. You know, exclamation SR and then the link or the name of the song. I should probably add that more to the title, but you know.
사람을 영입해야 하는 건데.
예상한 것보다
And full auto again. Delete all the enemies. I don't even have to think. I mean, no one is forcing you to. Just know that the option is there if you need it. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, like super mind-blowing. Just whatever you want to listen to. It's, you know, there to increase interactivity so that, you know, if someone wants to listen to something, wants to share their music taste, you know, that kind of thing. Just boom, right there. You can even send, I don't know, request meme songs, which might not be the peak of, you know, artistic writing, but they can fill the empty air. And I still need to add a few more songs to the passive playlist, just to diversify it a little bit. Because right now I think I only have about six songs, and they do eventually get stale a little bit. And a nice stagger by Faust. Throw a big nail and hammer it in with your fist. Nice crack of the fingers. Ooh, this poor bastard is about to get drilled. Oh yeah. Ah, I didn't delete him. You know, one thing I can never really get out of my mind when I'm looking at Manager Dawn. I'm looking at her, that like red scarf thing, whatever it is, I don't know what's it's called. I mean, probably just forgot what it's called. And I'm always thinking the exact same thing. I bet that shit is fluffy as fuck. That's the only thing coming through my mind when I look at that. It's just, I bet that shit is fluffy. Like, you know, if you hug her, you'd feel really comfy. Not just because you're hugging Dawn, but because of that coat, coat-looking thing, or whatever it is. Why wouldn't it smell bad? Oh, well, it would smell good. There's nothing wrong with it. It would smell like Dawn. Yeah, it's a little bit of blood, but like, you already are, you know, dealing with a vampire. Blood is something you should be accustomed to. At least, like, it will partially smell like Dawn. So, that gets bonus points, don't you think? But imagine even better. Cuddling with Dawn and using that thing as a blanket. Just imagine for a second. That is peak life right there. The vampires are still considered, like, alive in this universe, right? Or are they considered, like, you know, the alive corpses? No, I think they're still considered alive. They're just alive in a bit of a different way. Okay, blood fiends are. So Dawn is alive. Nice. Victory. And that's the third run through over with. 30 more starlight. Gimme. Yoink. Okay, how many boxes I have now? 200. Hong Lu's smile on Ryoshu. Yeah, that was something. And, you know, Hong Lu smoking as well. Yeah, but this picture is so aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know. I don't know, I just really like this. Makes me want to stand next to her and just, like, keep her company. Like, no need to talk, no nothing, just, like, stand there and look at the moon, at the stars, look in front, just I don't know. It gives you that vibe, you know, of just like, yep, I want to be there, but I don't need to talk kind of vibe.
꺼질 줄 모르는 코에서 묘도 흑수도 나를 나타낸 똑같은 방법으로 검을 휘두르는 건
Swinging a sword is boring.
언젠간 나만의 검수를 만들고
Why don't you spar with me?
언젠간 똑같은 방법 언젠간 내 정보에 따르면
Everyone except me is a moron. That's also a good one.
똑같은 방법으로 언젠간 나만의 검수 똑같은 방법 언젠간 나만의 검수 언젠간
Wait, does she only have 3 of them?
언젠간 똑같은 방법 똑같은 방법으로 검을 휘두르는 건 재미없어.
Hold on. Wait, it's gonna be in the archive, in the theater. Not Dante Notes, Identity Archive. Dialogue.
똑같은 방법으로 내 정보에 따르면 언젠간 나만의 누구보다 신속하게
To deliver information faster than anyone, you can't afford to spell it all out. Grasped. Your head is so unlike any technology I've seen. If you ever need to behead yourself, leave the job to me, not the other fools. I mean, in general, I really like... I like all the characters to a degree, except for Sinclair. Couldn't care about him, though. Man, I just can't. I look at Autis and I'm immediately just the word wife flashing in like bright neon in my head the moment I look at her. I can't. I cannot do anything about it. I think, yeah, she does. Yep. She does. She does indeed sing. I also like the idea that the basic Radia, when you click on her in the fight, she's like, "Oh, do you miss me?" At least I think. Oh yeah. Did you miss me? You know, Radia singing is kind of a... I don't want to say a given, but it makes sense. Imagine if Faust or Autis sang. Oh, that actually... I mean, her lap is cool, but don't tell me you don't think that there is a better place to rest your head. Oh shit. Hold on. I need to see this. Ah. So these little profiles for each sinner are written in the language that like they're from. Huh. Okay, so Grege is German and Faust is German. Huh. I think this was a new thing. Nah. Yeah, 12-12. Ah, Greg, poor fucker. Greg is the one who gets shafted every single time. So wait, thanks for that info, which means now I know when to celebrate my wife's birthday. Never actually looked that up. Outcast TM, yes. So 2nd of February, 3rd of March, 4th of April. Wait, Heathcliff is coming up. Yeah, Heathcliff's birthday is in 3 days. Or, yeah. Yeah, 3 days by now. Alright, Heathcliff is just name, date of birth, age, work experience, eyesight, left and right. Not filled in whatsoever. Fixer. He has fucking nothing on him. Wow. Interesting that Ishmael's thing is written like by hand. How? I mean, yeah, makes sense. I'm not saying that this is somehow wrong, it's just there's fuck all on him. Like, they didn't even bother, writing anything in his eyesight. Uh-huh. Very interesting. Yeah, I cannot read that. I cannot read Korean. Especially like this. Marisol. Profil physique et mental. Name Rodion, date of birth 99, age scribbled out, work experience empty, biological data, height, weight. I like how out of all of them, the weight is the one that is like scribbled out the most. Like, that's the funniest part to me. It's like, yeah. She doesn't want anyone to know how heavy she is. Same eyesight thing. Everything is fine. Oof. Yeah, I didn't know. It would be nice if I could find like a proper picture of that. Probably gotta go on the wiki or something and probably uploaded that at some point. But yeah, probably, probably. Although, wait, hold on. I gotta find that. I gotta find it somewhere. Oh yeah. Come on, load faster. Save image. So the thing is, one person on Reddit at some point just decided, yo, I'm going to try and figure out what Radia's body shape is like. Because, well, he wanted to just draw her, right? And you kind of need to do it. Gotta know what the body shape is to like draw clothes and everything. And so he came up with essentially this. Let me see one. With this. Yeah. And just. You should have seen the reaction of people on the Reddit, how ravenous they were just for this picture alone. Like, I'm not kidding. People went ravenous just because of this little bit of, like, you know, the extra juicy meat around the tummy. Like, I'm not even kidding. People were just going apeshit from how good this is. And I find it, I mean, to be fair, pretty fucking hot, yeah? It is nice. Very nice. Sometimes girls just gotta have that extra squish. And that squish is just so nice. But yeah. Do I want to do another mirror dungeon run? I don't know. What teams do I have? Sinking, Burn, and Tremor Charge. You know what? Screw it. Let's do another run. Let's do another sinking run, and then I'm gonna end stream. I am quite tired. I had like a full-on work shift today, and it was not a fun time. When you have 12-hour shifts, it just kind of eats away at you. Hey, let's go straight there because I want that wolf head thingy. I'm just gonna go down the middle path. I'm going to go with Faust there. I really like this song, and like more so than the song itself, it's just the nostalgia I have with it. Oh, I mean, I feel ya. When you are sick, you lose energy and stamina so fast, and sometimes it just feels like you're empty. You're running on zero fuel. Fucking sucks. So yeah, I genuinely do hope that you get well very soon. I hope that like next time you wake up, you are no longer sick and you are just feeling awesome and you are ready to take the day by the balls and do whatever you want. You know, one downside for the Spice Bush that I really don't like is that all of the attacks feel very weak. Like, not that they are weak, not that they don't do damage, it's mostly just the idea that they just like they don't hit hard visually, like aesthetically they don't hit hard. It feels very limp, and I don't like that. I wish it was more not limp. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be YouTube links, but if you don't want to type in the entire link, you can just type in like the name of the song. Like if you know the name and the author, you can just like, you know, exclamation SR and then the name of the song. It's either a link or a name. Either works. Exclamation SR. So let me show you. You type in that, and then like space, and then the link or the name. I'll just let's go straight for that. Knight's Castle. Knight's Castle is the name of the track or the game? Which of the two is that? Okay, the track. Gotcha. It is a nice one. I can see how it can, you know, have those like nostalgic memories attached to it. Ooh. I just realized that I remembered a track I should put on a passive playlist. Actually, really, like, thanks for, like, somehow reminding me of that. Very indirectly. Not in any way that makes sense, but it reminded me of the track that I should add. Yeah, that was a nice little tune.
직접 효력사.
계속하면 되겠네.
I'm actually just gonna cue it right now because I'm not gonna add it to the playlist just yet. But
파쇄 완료.
yeah, that one. And I'm going to skip right to it because I feel like it.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Oh yeah.
무지하니
I don't know. This track just makes me feel like very chill.
선택이었어 나리. 저들의 약점이 뻔히 보이는 게로군. 직접 알게 하니라.
여기가 격성의 전투.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면
Oh.
없으니까. 맞는 거야.
Well,
저런 사람을 영입해야 하는 건데.
I'm glad you like it.
사무실 직원을 더 늘릴 재정 여유는 없고.
It's this is a remix of like an Animal Crossing soundtrack.
너무 약올리신 것 같은데요. 적의 기세가 확연히 달라.
It has that very like chill vibe to it. What's the name of the game? Have I heard of it? Probably not.
맞는 거야.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이다.
파쇄 완료. 지긋지긋한 전투가 드디어 하나
무지를
끝났네요.
Ape Escape 3. I think I heard of Ape Escape, but I don't think I've ever played any of them. No, I don't ever judge a game by the name. I've played so many games with so many weird names to the point where it's like the name means nothing. It's what you use to find the game and figure out from there, you know?
직접 놓아주마.
Actually, I might as well also cue another song while I remember, while they're all fighting and stuff.
이런 건
Um,
경험하기도 어려운데 대단한 걸. 나중에 분석해볼 만한 가치가 있겠어.
기억해둘게.
the entire game is engraved into your brain. That's an achievement. So if that game ever kind of just disappears off the face of the earth, I will know who to point people to get it recreated. They can extract it from your brain.
잠수 준비 끝. 위험을 모르는 건 나쁘지 않습니다만 또 무식하게
Ah.
빠지겠습니다.
Stop it, bull. Stop it. I am the one who wins. Oh yeah, another good one.
깨달았나? 그분께서 너희에게 거는 기대가 크다고.
Man, I want to play more Kingdom Hearts. I want to play throughout the entire thing, but it's just like it would take me months.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
I'll check out Ape Escape at some point, just to see what it was all about. Out of curiosity. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it is very worth it. Like, okay, do you like feel-good stories about just light and dark, good and bad, and friendship and love prevailing over everything? While, you know, some parts might not be very well explained. If you're okay with all of that, then Kingdom Hearts is probably one of the best franchises you could get into.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
But yeah, it's very worth it, in my opinion, but fair enough, you know? Stuff not being well explained is a part of Limbus, that's true. But it's not so much it's not explained, but there are some things that just don't make sense. But as long as you just want to go along with the plot of like, friendship fixes everything and everything is happy if people just believe in themselves and their friends, that is the perfect game. Like, I genuinely love Kingdom Hearts, and that's all I ever need. I just love the idea of... I don't know. Maybe I'm a boring person in that regard, but I am tired of all of the media, be it games, movies, cartoons, anime, whatever it is, trying to sometimes portray villains as like morally gray or like sympathetic in some way, or just like, oh yeah, well, it's understandable why they are doing this bad thing. I'm tired of that. I just sometimes want a good fucking story with just bad guys who are bad guys and good guys who are good guys, without a need to go out of my way and be like, oh yes, you know, I understand why the villain is doing this. I'm just tired of this whole like, oh, this guy is doing really fucked up things, but he has a reason to do them, so feel sympathetic. Now I'm fucking tired of it. Ever since MCU succeeded with Thanos, it's been the same shit everywhere. And I'm just tired of it, like, honestly. So Kingdom Hearts gives me that, yep, there is absolutely a good person and there is an absolutely bad person. Couldn't care less. That is just something that I sometimes yearn for. A simple story where I don't have to sympathize with bad guys or some shit.
잠수 준비 끝.
Now, of course, like, there are characters that are, you know, evil, but then they become good or something. All of that, yes, that is a part of the story, but you're never meant to be like, oh yeah, you need to feel conflicted about, you know, whether or not you should be fighting or whatever. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts is probably one of my favorite franchises, period, in terms of gaming. And it's very difficult sometimes to, like, find anything that comes close. Like, Final Fantasy, I love the entire franchise. I love Kingdom Hearts. I like Metal Gear Solid, the entire franchise. I love Devil May Cry, the entire thing. In terms of, like, big franchises, that's pretty much it, I want to say. Maybe I'm misremembering some. Not quite sure which one I would be misremembering. But you know, there's probably some game that I really like, but I just cannot remember off the top of my tongue, you know? Also, what the fuck did I just say? Off the top of my tongue? Either tip of my tongue or top of my head. Don't just combine that shit, you dumbass. What is wrong with me? Well, you know, no matter how much you get better at it, English not being your first language still will show. Me being proof. God damn it. Yep, sure did. Okay, nice. 2 fights and then a bunch of question marks. But sometimes it just happens when you have like a big enough vocabulary, not dictionary, vocabulary in your brain. Two things that are similar in meaning sometimes will just combine and you have no way of dealing with it. It's just, it will happen. Deal with it.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
Why am I bullying a big wolf that is just like didn't do anything wrong?
자리에게 해줄 이야기가 또 늘었군요. 본인이 방금 뭘 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 활격을. 깨달았나?
Alright, I also need to check out a bunch of games on Steam sale right now. Yeah. Poor doggo. Didn't even do anything. Didn't even have a chance to do anything. But yeah, it's Steam Summer Sale. There's a bunch of good stuff on sale. Probably should pick up something like, you know, of the big releases. Maybe I should grab the whole Expedition 33. I hear it's so good. Like a generational game kind of deal. I could always also buy Kingdom Hearts again. Because, like, I bought the entire collection of Kingdom Hearts on PlayStation, right? But then they ported it on PC, and I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 plus DLC on PC. But it was on Epic. But now that it's on Steam, I'm thinking maybe a Steam version would be a better choice? Not quite sure.
차릴 거야. 하수 완료. 즉시 회고하시죠. 방금 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는 직접 알게.
두루루루루, 빵. 바나나나나, 빵. You know, I'll be right back. Gonna rush to the bathroom real quick.
보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
방금 전에 위대한 일격을 기록하는 중이라네. 이따가 버스에서 회고해야 하지 않겠는가?
무지하니까 맞는 거야. 괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만 해주세요. 즉시 해고하시죠. 옳다.
And I am back. Now to quickly finish off the mirror dungeon. As quick as possible, preferably. Yep, wrist guards, blah blah blah. Read the tablet, whoever can. Sure, Yi Sang, take that 5 SP damage to the head.
고맙소. 이런 순간을 보여줘.
Fuse gifts. Sinking. Yep, yep, yep. Tangled bones. Come on. Cannot do that, that's only on hard. Okay, let's see, sinking. One more sinking. Still not. Come on, one more sinking. Yeah, compass, an earth tree snare. Boom. Okay, moving on. I know that I'm gonna get a compass from this boss fight, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to accelerate the whole thing.
직접 알게 한다.
I do want to finish this real quick. Non-melee song? You know that track that happens in the barber boss fight? In the Kanto 7? That is probably my favorite. Unless do we include the finale songs? You know, at the end of the Kanto? Because those are pretty good as well. Like, you know, the credit song where they are like each sinner sings. Those are pretty good.
괜찮은 공격이네요. 앞으로도 그렇게만
Restored Heathcliff fight theme. That's pretty good. But you know, wait. I have a thing to share with you, the sheer beauty of it. Videos. Yes. There it is. But hold on, I bet you haven't heard the best pass on just yet. Check out this one, the Dante version. Oh. Bold of me, is it? I mean, to be fair, this is by far the best one. Like, hands down, come on. No competition.
진리를 열기 위해
혈의 팩이라도 먹으면 고작 터뜨려주지. 저들이
Definitely. Millie ain't got shit on Dante. We really need to upgrade Dante with each, not Kanto, but like the big area. You know, we're in Inferno now. By the time we get to Limbo, I want Dante to have a digital clock for a head.
보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
That would be just funny.
열어드리죠.
옳다.
필요한 건데.
Man, the lyrics are fucking awesome, aren't they? These lyrics are just so damn good.
이따가 버스에서 회고해야지 않겠는가?
내게 받쳐주지.
A wristwatch? Whose wrist is it gonna be on? Is Virgilius going to wear Dante? Dante, you're on my wrist now, Dante. Virgilius, I turned myself into a fucking wristwatch. I'm wristwatch Dante. Fucking dead ass joke. What am I? Dante. Is it time for you to shut the fuck up, Dante? Okay, Greg, do the thing. When I said do the thing, I meant not fuck up. Everyone got hit in the balls. Feels good.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
Okay, Faust, I need you to slap down a fluid sac. A very juicy one, please.
고작 터뜨려주지.
여기가 뱃속이군.
이제야 실력을 좀 내시네요. 평소에도 이러면 얼마나 좋습니까?
Also, I think it's pretty goddamn clear that if
보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
one serving of fluid sac, yes. Especially the Faust one, please. I want to drink Faust fluids. It increases my sanity. Please, I beg of you. I need to drink more Faust fluids. Otherwise I'm gonna go crazy.
이 전투는 승리.
But it's pretty clear that if we ever get an Angela ID, it's going to be for Faust. Like, that's just hands down.
알게 한다.
효력사. 좋아. 피워보지.
It's still funny to me that since then, like since the release, they haven't introduced a single ego as broken as Fluid Sac. Just because of how much it heals and like SP and HP. Make the music a bit quieter. Okay. More sinking, please. Well, I'll take the enkephalin. Not much more, I suppose. Paradise Lost ego? Which one is that? My brain is struggling. Hey, Midwinter. What did I need to combine? Oh, well, yeah, that certainly is a combo. What? Oh, right, I cannot make a... I'm a dumbass. It's Tangled Bones, this thing, and there we go. Yeah. White Knight is certainly an abnormality of all time. The sheer amount of times that bastard screwed me over. Ooh. Wish that was not the case, but alas it is. Okay, I cannot do that. I need another tier 3. Well, would you look at that? Sun shower just when I needed it. Thank you, little fox. Now I'm gonna put you in a box. Artistic sense. Nice. Now it's time to sell all of the unnecessary crap. Anything that is not sinking is gone. Not like I needed it to begin with. Boom, boom, boom.
파우스트가 맞이하지.
Yeah, today I'm probably going to spend some time thinking what other songs to add to the playlist. Can't always rely on people doing song requests. Gotta have something in the background going nicely. I'm actually really glad that I turned off the music in Limbus and started this whole, no other music playlist. Because, man, listening to the exact same soundtrack over and over in Limbus, it starts grating on you. More than you would ever want.
직접 알게 하느라.
I know, right? It's always a good idea. Especially when you're already doing something very tedious and repetitive, like grinding mirror dungeons. It's nice to have at least some variation in the background. And like, of course I could just, you know, slam my entire playlist into this and just have the songs that I normally would listen to, but I feel like that wouldn't really be as inviting. I feel like the stuff that I put in the passive playlist needs to be more subdued, has to be more just music without the lyrics. Just something, you know, a theme, a background music. That way I can invite people more to, you know, show off their own music tastes. Like if you have a song with lyrics, shove it in. Kind of thing, you know? There's an empty space for you to fill. Ah yes, the Noon of Violet.
뒤집은 건 아니나.
어두운
좋은
우주를
움직임이었어.
You used to pose so much threat to me. But now, when I'm playing Lobotomy, you are nothing.
피어나라.
Also, I gotta say, I started playing Limbus first. That was my first game in the Project Moon, like universe world. And now, like, I'm like Weather Girl?
날개를 꺾었구나.
Not quite sure what that means. Is that like an author? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can just push that through. That's Vocaloid, right? I think, at least, right? I'm not super familiar with Vocaloid stuff, so... Like, I'm not even familiar with a lot of popular ones.
직접 알게 하느라.
So, you know. I've only ever known, like, maybe a handful of Vocaloid songs. There is the...
저런 사람을 영입해야 되는데.
I mean, it's a nice one. The songs that I know Vocaloids are, it's Willows of Wisteria by Stim Pianist. It's not that I don't like it, it's just something that's not really in my repertoire. You know? Then there is the... I think that's a Vocaloid, Echo.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
Those two are both relatively popular, I think.
파괴 완료. 원더풀한 선택이었어 나리. 직접 알게 하느라. 보이는 게로군.
I mean, Echo was not so much my introduction, but I came across it and it was like really nice and catchy, even if it was a bit, you know. You know that meme of like, we have no idea what the fuck she's singing about, but we're still dancing to the music, you know? But yeah, Vocaloid is nice sometimes. I'm not just in. It's not something that I seek out. If I come across it and it hits, then like hell yeah, I'm gonna add it to like my playlist. But normally, it's much harder for me to just seek out Vocaloid stuff.
저들의 공격은 우리의 투지를 깨뜨릴 수 없을 테니. 깨달았나?
But in general, still a lot of good stuff in it. But the first proper Vocaloid song that I've really gotten into is probably Willows of Asteria. And, like, if we're talking about weird and fucked up, doesn't get any more weirder or fucked up. That's about as fucked as it gets. Yep. You know, it's the kind of stuff that has the, you know, the trigger warning, not for the faint of heart kind of song. But I really like it. I always was kind of like an appreciator of more darker, more fucked up things. Like, the creepier something is, the more interested I'm in it. To the point where... How do I explain it? Like, I find unnerving things strangely comforting, if that makes sense. Oh well. There's the boss. Coolio.
개화하였구려. 이 순간을 어딘가에 담고 싶군.
Wow. Yeah, kinda. You know those unnerving, like lullabies and stuff? They are strangely comforting. You know, I can just like put on stuff that would make other people just be completely unnerved and scared, and I can put it on during the night and just be like, oh fuck yeah, finally some relaxation, kind of thing. Like, you know, the creepy lullabies that are sung in specifically a creepy way. Yeah, I fuck with that shit. I just don't know. I guess I'm a fan of the macabre. Yeah. I don't know when it started, how it started, but that's how I've always been. Okay, I did do my pulls, right? Yeah, I already did my pulls. Fraud Sang is right there. I'm not going to shard any of the IDs until I get another, like, guaranteed ticket, so I can at least save up on something. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to build up more and more boxes. But if the achievements come out, like, in what, 2 weeks-ish? No, that's probably going to be enough for me to get the stuff. Also, there's the gift. The good stuff. I have quite a bit saved up. I'm so ready for the Arknights. Cannot wait. But yeah. I think this will have to do it for today. It's been nice 3.5 hours of streaming. And I do really need to get some sleep considering I've been awake for a long time. I had like a work shift. Yeah, well, it was a very fun time being here as well. Hanging out and chatting with you. About all sorts of things. Well, you also go rest. You are feeling sick and hopefully next time we chat, you are feeling much better. Okay? Take care of yourself, yeah? And for anyone else who might still be lurking and listening to stuff here, thanks for watching and stuff. And you, Miss Infamous Shadow, enjoy your rest and enjoy your tea. And with this I bid you farewell. Good night and bye-bye.